Okay, welcome to session 5 of Lean Coffee Connect. We can use this same form to submit your questions as well. As you can see, it is all anonymous, nothing to worry. And we can, if in case this is the first time you started connecting to this session, this is where we start gathering the questions from the participants, and we will go round robin. Whoever is interested, they can take up the question and we can discuss. After certain duration, we will move on to the next question. So let's get started. We have one question already. Sunil, looks like you want to talk to someone else. Okay. So what's happening in the industry now? Trends showing a lot of sacking. How SMs survive? Any quick thoughts? I'd like to take it up. Remember, this is not a training session or not a coaching or mentoring. It's an open forum. Anyone can answer or share your thoughts. No right answer, no wrong answer, nothing to worry. Let your fear of failure go off. Let your anxiety or procrastination go off. And let's start sharing your thoughts. Who would like to get started?
So let me start with mine. There are multiple reasons, it's happening. Why? Of course, budget is number one, requirement number two, and of course, the skill set without mention. So Indian market, when I was saying Indian market, Indian service-based organization, they are expecting a Scrum Master to multiple hats to be, play like PMO, oblique PM, oblique so and so forth. So if you have good skill set, try to upgrade one step above, not set with same work experience 10 years, 15 years, 17 or 20. Need to upgrade yourself. Try to read up project management trend. I'm not again saying certification, not the word time to discuss. Try to upgrade yourself. Try to wear different hats, not with sitting with one team, one thought of SM. You can go up and beyond. Technology is free, networking is free, everything is free. You just invest. You have to invest a good time, and slowly and steadily it will going up. And yes, not everything is in our hand. Monetary budget part requirement is not in our hand. Only one thing is in our hand: time and the investment. So if you are doing the right proportional right work at the right time, definitely it won't affect to us. If at all it's having bad impact, definitely you can come up with new one. And it's all IT is agile in the very mindset. People are getting job in the month of JFM, January, February, March. Same with OND, October, November, December. So you never know when opportunity coming knocking your door. You have to welcome wholeheartedly, and you have to update yourself. So that's what I can say from my experience. Yeah.
Thanks, Shashank. How about others?
Satish, I go with Shashant. Shashant has completely covered what is the current scenario in the market. It is not only in India, it is across the globe. Like people don't expect Scrum Masters to just be Scrum Masters doing what is being prescribed in the Scrum guide. The people are expecting something beyond, and like upgrading your skills in DevOps, cloud, and some more technical skills. So as Shashank rightly said, all this information are all available in umpteen number of resources are available online, and you need not even spend money. All you need is that you need to invest your time and start learning it to stay relevant.
Yes. That's correct. Thanks, Shashank and Vikram. Yes, anyone else?
Yeah, I think one more thing is, they need to connect to a right mentor, right people, and have a quality learning rather than just. I agree that things were free, but at the same time, we need to connect to right people and have some structure and flow in learning rather than spending very loosely across multiple ways and means. So that also is a good start for us to cherish in the long run. So connect to a right mentor.
That's true. That's true, Balaganesh. Because like many times the candidates might know what to learn, but they might not know how to learn or where to get that information, the correct source of information. That is where having that connect with the mentor might help these contexts. Right. Anyone else want to add before we go ahead?
To add up to what Balaganesh said, as some of you might be aware, that I did this poll in all the groups to understand how the recent trend is happening. So the outcome is that it is very clear that there is a slowdown. But what I understand, interacting with our folks in the group, outside the group, and then talking with people with my networks in LinkedIn, is that it is very evident that placements are happening for senior Scrum Masters and Agile coaches through network. So it is not that you just do your job. People like Satish Kola and others are organizing a lot of events. Like recently, Pune APGI happened, and the regional Scrum gathering is happening in Bangalore, Pune, and all those places. Please do visit those places and try to connect. So in India, you have a blessing, like the community is very much engaging. When you are living outside India, it is a lot more difficult because you have a lot of ices to be broken to get gelled with the community. So I would wish you guys that move an extra step forward and get connected with the community.
Very valid point, Vikram. So that's where the networking helps. Actually, it helped me. Balaganesh is the source of information for me to get the job for Teradata, right? So that's how the networking and interaction helps. And that's the reason we continuously share different in-person events and the virtual events in all our groups. Either it is free sessions like Agile Network India, or paid sessions like regional Scrum gathering or any events as such. Right? So the main intention is like get that connections and make sure to just not connect for them just for the sake of job or referral. Make it a proper connection. That's what my point is. Like when we start having that interaction, let's suppose like Vikram and me, we both had an interaction maybe long time ago, but still like when we connect after a certain duration as well, we can still continue that bonding. It's not like, okay, yes, Satish is reaching out to me just for this purpose or just for this sake. No, that should not be the case. So have that proper networking and proper connections. That helps as well. Because half the times the job opportunities are not getting posted on LinkedIn or Naukri, or even if it is getting posted, the referrals are getting preference. And actually, that's one reason why Sharath started collecting the details, like who is interested to do the referral, so that like as in when someone is looking for a referral, we can quickly share the details and they can get the benefit as part of these groups and community. Okay. Does anyone else want to share any points? Yes, Rachel.
I just wanted to say the same. I wanted to echo what Vikram said is very important, especially, the network that you guys have. Like, for example, I'm in Canada and you know this, right? But majority of the time, a lot of the help, a lot of the resources, stuff I get are from all of the stuff that you guys do. And even when we join some of the networks that are here, you don't see the kind of strength, you don't see the kind of, information and stuff that you would see as you guys do over there, right? So kudos to you all, and thank you for everything that you do for the community, because obviously it's very helpful to the rest of us as well. So thanks for that.
Yeah, I also like to thank for that purpose. I'm also from UAE, And as Vikram and Rachel was saying, outside India, the agile community is very staggered, and then getting connected to them is really difficult actually. But the community what you are having in India and running it through these groups, these are great source of information for us who are working outside, and we are very thankful to you that time to time, whenever we need any support, any clarity, or anywhere we're stuck, we come to you, and we get the answer, or we get the learning also. So this is I really appreciate to all of you, and that's why I'm continuing with this group. Thank you.
Thanks, Raju. So let me quickly ask this question by taking a liberty. So, how is the trend of the opportunities of Scrum Masters or Agile coaches or any Agile roles in Canada? Rachel, maybe you can share, and Raju about UAE. How is the trend currently going on?
I think it mirrors some of what other folks said on the line, but in the sense that obviously there's a significant slowdown. Like, before you would open stuff up and you'd see, I don't know how many, I don't even know how many numbers to quantify, right? But now when you look, if you see even 5 Scrum Master opportunities, you're shocked to see that, right? And I think, I don't know if it was Vikram that said this or someone else that said, it's again about the people that you know. I'll give an example of my bank. Like, a lot of the time we'll see postings posted within our chats at work, and you never see them on LinkedIn. You never see them anywhere else. Like, oh, you didn't even know you were hiring. Or people will come, across platforms to the CEO and say, hey, we're looking for an agile coach. And you can't find that listing anywhere. So that's definitely the trend there. There's definitely a significant slowdown. And I also think that something like this, I don't know if you guys have seen this My Wizard thing that Accenture launched as well, right? Things like that with AI and all these other things also contribute to the significant slowdown and them looking for and needing us folks. So definitely we need to stay on top of things like other people said. That's what I think. So let's see on this end.
And how about the salary ranges? Because like in India, like we are seeing a downward trend.
Oh yes.
Pre-COVID, during the COVID, and the current situation. How about that Canada and UAE and Hong Kong? How is the salary trend going on?
I'll say for Canada, we always get we're underpaid compared to the US and other places anyway. So, but I think compared to you guys, well, obviously they pay significantly better, but it's still within those ranges of about, I think when you're looking, it's usually something from like you know 40 something dollars an hour all the way up to like about 60 something dollars an hour. It just sort of depends. But then again, people are paying an arm and a leg in taxes here. So the argument now becomes, what is it that you're taking home after tax, right? So.
That's true. That's true. And how about UAE scene, Rajiv?
Yeah, Satish. So as far as the job trend is concerned here, it's also changing. And see, one of the thing which is very particular about Middle East is that whether you are a Scrum Master or you are a project manager, you say anything, any if you are in IT, you should be having a domain knowledge, a domain expertise. If you are not having a domain knowledge, doesn't matter what you are, uh, you know, what you call yourself. You call agile coach, you say Scrum Master, doesn't matter actually, because ultimately it's an employer-oriented market, and here output is the main thing. Yeah. So whether you become, as part of the engagement, you are agile coach or the Scrum Master, or project manager, program manager. Okay, you say anything. You in fact, a lot of companies now what started saying, they say them consultant. So it and as a consultant, you can categorize yourself anything, whatever you want. This is one of the thing which is always has been there. Number two thing is that recently, as far as the trend is concerned, there is a change what is happening, especially after this COVID thing, is that long term contracts are now becoming more and more rare actually, and short-term contracts are coming into the coming into the picture. So the companies are also engaging people on the contract and project to project contract, or maybe term to term contract, like 6-month contract, 3-month contracts, 1-year contract. Previously, minimum contract period we used to have minimum 2 years, yeah, but now it is 6 month also is available, and some of the companies are hiring project by project also, and project duration or maybe a phase duration is 3 months, so 3 months, 4 months, 4 months, like that also. So this is one of the trend. Now this has definitely impacted the remuneration which you will be getting also. If maybe if the demand is high and the period of engagement is short, maybe the remuneration will be high, right? And if it is for longer period, it will again be will go mediocre way, like that one. So it is also changing. So these are the changes what are happening here actually.
Raj, sorry. Raj, you completely resonate my mind, and as such, before 2 years back, when I just log into any job boards, you name it, LinkedIn, you name Monster or any job site, you will have minimum of 20 to 25 Scrum Master and Agile coach roles put together. I normally look at roles posted within a week so that it stays relevant. But these days, you search it for 3 months or 6 months, you hardly find 10 to 15 roles or something like that. And most of the roles are, not completely aligned with what Agile or Scrum or you name anything. And even project managers, forget the title. Even if you look at project managers, it hardly adds up to another 10 or 20 titles. As Raj rightly pointed out earlier, if you are working on a short duration project, you would be getting more in terms of remuneration than taking a long-term project that is 1 year and above. But these days, I see that since there is a lot of job cuts and people are so desperate, even for 6 months and 3 months, they are selling themselves for a salary which is not intended for short-term duration, because you don't know when you will get an opportunity again. But out of desperation, people are trying to knock the door and try to get something currently in their hand so that they would be able to sustain for some more time. So this is what I have been observing. And one other thing which I have observed is that when compared with Southeast Asia or Middle East is also having a lot of, slowdown, literally visible in terms of which is pinching. I see US and Europe has not slowed down to that extent, but there is evident slowdown even in US and Europe. In US, I also take Canada into account because I've been observing it for last 3-4 months, and I have been talking to a lot of people. And the transformation support you get in these regions is far more better than what we get here in Asia, because getting a job is one thing and staying relevant and adding value is the other thing. So you get a job but you are not able to perform, it is a short-term remedy which you are taking. So in that aspect also, that is far more better. But the impact is visible only after COVID. This is replications of the COVID which has happened, and the economic slowdown which is resultant of COVID is what I heard from a lot of leaders around.
Thanks, Vikram, Raju, and Rachel. We took this opportunity to hear insights from your side, like how the trend is going on in different regions, because every now and then we get to know from the India perspective, because you're all here, like
And
we
one
want
more
to
thing
take
I
this
just need to
opportunity.
add:
Sure.
if you know Japanese, and the market is still very good in Japan.
Oh, good. Good to know that. Good. Okay, yes, let's go ahead. Okay, yes. The next one. I would like to learn and upskill on project management. Can anyone help me with good learning resources?
Projectmanagement.com is a website from PMI which has a lot of information. And if you want to learn Agile and Scrum, SAFE has a beautiful website, and Scrum.org and the other website is also Scrum Alliance also has a website. All these websites has discussion forums which will cover almost all your questions and whatever you need to learn. And parallelly, if you are not a person who is for reading, there are a lot of thank you Satish. And there are also YouTube channels, and you name it, you get a lot of courses. IT Zen is there, and there are a lot of other people. Aizen, so I'm sorry, Aizen is there, and there are a lot of other people who are continuously updating their content on YouTube, so you can utilize that. And probably, and one best thing what Shashank and Satish said, I would like to add that also. There are all good people around the world who are always willing to help you. You can also get their support and get their mentorship, which is very, very useful.
So, I just want, because I am on the same bandwidth. Thanks to Satish sir for mentoring. At a certain time, after 3 or 4 years of experience as Scrum Master, I thought it's enough. Let me upgrade myself one level up. So I thought of, I'm not from techie background. I'm basically from QA. So I thought of, let's go with project management. I started, as Vikram sir said, PMI website. It is, of course, authenticate. I went there, checked the job description, checked my role and responsibility, what I'm playing in my role. Again, I have not done certification. I done with basics. I learned what is PMI and how it is affecting my job. What is there, as a project manager to do my work. Okay, there are plenty of people who are offering free knowledge, free session. I went there. I learned how it is happening. Why there is a path, or you can say bridge, between Scrum Master to become a project manager, and how it is effective. And of course, it's a self-learning. I am damn sure no one is working more than 8 hours or 9 hours. If at all we are working, you can same relate that how it's effective to become a project manager, right? So again, I'm not publishing, I'm not specific in saying go get trained and got certified. Before that, do the groundwork. Is it for you? If it's not, then don't do it for the sake of getting a better hike, sustaining job, getting your, just because your colleague is doing, let me grab it. Nothing like that. It's your interest, your thought, your job, and it's your life. So learn and enjoy that process. And Eisen Bridge, they have amazing YouTube channel. I myself learned from Saket Bansal. He will tell you what is there, what is not there, and how it is happening. So it's a small snap of 3 minutes, 5 minutes, so you can enjoy that one.
If there
That's
is
true.
something
Like
specific, if a specific way, because I have also been in to project management for several years. If there is something specific, some concern or something which need to be talked about, it can be talked about in the group also, where one-to-one connection can be done. Means I am also open for that opportunity. That's okay. If I can contribute or I can help somebody understand something which.
thanks Rajiv for that.
Yeah, that's not, because this is a sharing thing basically.
Exactly.
Being to somebody, you learn from that also. Maybe a new aspect comes out from that discussion.
That's true. Yes. Okay. Yes. So, are you good with this question? Shall we go ahead? Okay. Now this is interesting. In my current org, over a duration of 1 year, many reorganizations, org level, and continuously changing vision and leadership. Team morale is low. How, as an SM, can deal with this situation?
Yeah, actually, that question was posted by me, Satish. I can explain a bit more.
Sure.
When I joined this organization as Scrum Master, right? So they had a product, they wanted to create an end-to-end platform with existing product as a combined solution. So later, they also then hired an RTE, Agile coach, and Scrum Masters, and they had that setup. After having two PIs, at the end of 3 PI, again leadership changed, lot many reorganizations. Now they don't want to go with the end-to-end solution, so they want to maintain the existing product. So one more new product came. So in between, at the end of second PI, third PI, they moved lot many people into a new project. Okay, which is a sort of similar to this one, but they are doing it parallelly. So now it's more of again the vision changed from new end-to-end solution to a maintenance product, and they let go some of the people in between. Okay, because of quoting some reasons. So the situation is in order to settle the dust, it may think like take a lot of time. So there are many things which are not in my control as well. So like how to actually effectively motivate the team at this point of time and bring back the previous fast pacing mode with clarity and all. Yeah.
Got it. Yes. Let's hear from the folks.
And even now, I'm trying to connect to product owner and product manager. So I do always get information like, okay, there is some business case produced on this product. So when it get approved, then it may continue. Otherwise, it may go on hold. So don't pass this information to the team, even they ask it is confidential like that.
Yes. So have you got a chance to get a clarity on what's the logic or reason behind these changes?
Yes. The logic is they want only AI projects, okay, inside the organization. So they had some, again, we had a merger. Recently, we merged with some other organization. So because of this merger, now what's happening is there is a big change in the leadership, and the leaders now were asking all product owners and managers to produce a business case entailing ROI against every feature. If they feel that this is not producing ROI, even though they have a lot many in-house clients, so they are not going to focus on this. So that is a common process laid out by the leader across all the products in the organization, saying that unless I see the ROI, I may not be inclined to run this product. So like this, many products were being moved to on hold, or some of the people quoting the reasons that your performance last year was not good, or asked to let go. And for many product owners, they straight away told to leave. So this thing is happening across not just our product, but all the products across the organization. And the main thing is they hired this many scrum masters, the RTs, and lot many people to support that initiative, that big solution, in-house solution is being developed. So but now suddenly they changed the vision. All the features that were drafted in such a mindset are being prioritized down. Things like this is happening.
Okay. So you mentioned that the product owner clearly mentioned or communicated that without the ROI being realized, they won't be able to go ahead with the product, right?
Yes, they need to justify it. Means they need to present a
They
case.
need to justify. Yeah. Obviously. Obviously, as a product owner, right?
Yeah.
So
Previously, that's not the culture in the existing organization. The new leader brought that culture.
New leader brought this culture. So is this information is passed on to the teams by any chance?
No. I was intentionally told don't pass because it may create panic, and the communication is very poor. So I was on vacation. As soon as I came back from vacation, just it's a mail communication, it seems. So these are the new team structure. Okay, there is not even a formal announcement or anything. It's all happening in background, and people are lot many confusions are there. And after that, I convinced product owner, manager, and told, okay, there is some, okay, there is a need for us to have a common conversations across the team members and announce why we are doing it. So that's why I made that clarification with the new product owner and the existing engineering manager. But still a lot of confusion, I told, right? So we completed a PI, but we don't know how the planning will go on. What are the prioritized epics? So the truth is, like, that review process is still on hold, and they don't know what will happen. So that's the, I mean, I am thinking, okay, let the dust settle, and let me, okay, wait till they take decisions, but it keeps on dragging, and there's no backlog refinement gets cancelled, and they are just having some items which are production defects into the next sprint. So things were like this.
Bala Ganesh.
Yeah.
So Satish, you finished. I'll wait.
No. Go ahead, Vikram. Go ahead.
Bala
Yes,
Ganesh,
Vikram.
in 2019, I moved back to India to set up an onshore development center for a fintech, US-based fintech. I will share a similar experience I have faced there, because there were initially product team was leading the engineering team, is one step ahead of the engineering team and the delivery team. And during the transition at the top, they decided that we will bring in somebody from Walmart. Somebody from Walmart joined as a CTO, because after the CIO resigned, one guy from Walmart joined as a CTO, and then he started restructuring the organization. When the restructuring happened, earlier we had Scrum, we had pizza teams, values teams are aligned, and all those things were there. The new leader, after he came in, he started creating pods and director for each parts, and now it has become a fashion in almost all the companies. You have parts and you have one director for each pod. So this is a global or transformation which is happening. This happens almost every 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. And leaders at the top are thinking that which pill will solve all my problem, and they take all the pills. And it so happens that over a period of time, you don't even unless and until you change and you have some alignment from top to bottom, you don't get results. So when that happens, the top leader leaves the journey first, and somebody has to come and steerhead the operations after that. So in those cases, what happens is that people, for no harm you have done, you have to go through all this turmoil, and then you have to handle this. And and the impact from the economy is also beating us and making the condition much more worse. So that is the reason why it is no harm in asking for the realization of value, because not many times we have been conditioned, and we have been working that we talk a lot of things on paper, but we don't even calculate the NPS score. We don't even study the life cycle of a feature. And there is a lot of effort which is being put in. So, but there is no harm, since this affects the morale of the team, and the survival, and people in this current scenario, it is very difficult. I can understand the sentiments, but when you look a larger picture, you need to understand that this is common, and it has become the order of the day. You have to give ROI presentations, and then there are few organizations where you need to go and pitch in, like how you do it in Shark Tank. You have to go present your feature and then pitch in, and then once it gets selected, it gets reviewed, and then it is being taken for the next quarter. These are also happening across the industry. So those olden days are gone, where the project manager just comes and gives you a product, and the team starts working and delivering it. People, as an agile team, and as Agile says, that we need to have customer centric approach, and we need to start working on this, and this is going to This is going to continue, and there will be a lot of restructurings. There will be all small parts which will be hyper focused on delivering value, which will be equated with the revenue. This is my few cents. Thank you.
Thanks, Vikram. Yeah. I mean, in those situations, did you do anything with the team to, to tailor the situation less intense and make them comfortable, Vikram?
See, the first thing any leader has to do is that he has to get the confidence of the team first. No matter what, whether the situation you are sailing in a rough sea or you are having a smooth sail, the thing you need to do is that first get their be truthful and be empathetic and go little extra mile to make their life better. So when you do it with the wholeheartedness, people will understand. And in terms of getting their support and confidence, it is quite natural, right? Even as a leader, if you are sitting on a hot seat and you don't know when you will be thrown away, uh, your morale will go down. It's quite natural. Things don't happen. It is not, we are not sannyasis or rishis where we will stay afloat whenever things go worse. It is not going to happen like that. So the only thing what you can have is that you can teach, you can start becoming a real interdisciplinary team and start doing a lot of brainstorming and then trying to understand how we can cross this situation, and then rather than cursing, how you can cruise this is what you need to work upon. As we do it, as it is being suggested in Agile. In Agile, there are a lot of remedies which have been given subtle. So when you look into that, those things like having an open communication, building trust, and all those things would definitely help. And of course there will be a setback. You cannot expect people working 100%. It normally people, I always have an idea that people work 80% if they are having more trust. But in this type of situation, people will work only 40% or 50%, sometimes even lesser than that, based on the intensity of the situation. The only thing what you can do is that you can give them support, and you can also talk to the management and get aligned with the management. Strategic alignment is what which would help you to survive in this current scenario, because you cannot curse the situation. It is not going to help you.
Sure, Vikram. Yeah, thanks for the insights.
Balaji,
Sorry.
can I ask you one simple question?
Yes, Rajiv. Yeah.
Very simple question. Okay, you are with your team or you are with your product?
Actually, both are quite, I mean, both are strongly connected to each other. Obviously, I try to be with people
So
only
in
because
this
people,
in this situation,
people only, yes. Obviously, with people, yes, because the
Right.
product owner himself left. So I'm
Okay,
trying
so-
to motivate my people and trying to support them in
Correct.
this.
So be with the people, be with your team, and keep them, keep everything transparent to them. Mentally prepare them that okay, what is going on in the back end, okay, and help them and suggest them the way to keep themselves skilled. Like Vikram was saying that okay, cross-platform understanding, skill upgrade. I'm telling you that if you remain with your team, that is the best thing which you can do at this time, because product decisioning is not in your hand, and it will never be. In case of mergers, in case of acquiring, one fine day, one notification will come, close this unit or close this product, and then what happens is that at that time, lot of people who were looking you as a senior or as a manager or as a mentor, who were working with you for so many years, they will look at you here that you haven't told them anything. You made, so you will basically don't keep them in in some sort of hiding and don't hide anything from them. It's okay, they will be panicking. So the way of communication should be that, okay, this panicking situation is avoided. That's what, okay. But this is an uncertainty, and uncertainty has to be conveyed to everybody so that everybody get themselves prepared for this uncertainty. Some of the guys will definitely, might be, they will look for the other opportunity outside the organization also, which is also okay, because you cannot you are not in a situation to give confirm that their job will remain there or not. It's not to us. And one day some decision will definitely come. It could be sooner or later. If it is a positive way comes, then it's good for everybody, whoever is there. If it is not, then situation will be far worse. So that's what my understanding. I have also passed through this kind of situation couple of times. I always remain truthful to my team, transparent to them, and I supported them in this in whatever way they thought that, okay, some lot of them said that, okay, let's see, we will do our best to keep the things running and keep the things moving. And some of them chose that, okay, no, we will look for some other opportunity. So that's fine. I still have relations with them, and they still are in touch, and we all are we have to support each other. So always choose people over product or the company. That's what I would suggest. This is my take. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
You are
I get
100% right, Rajiv. You are 100% right. There was one instance, one guy who was very active in YouTube, who was giving AWS and lot of free lectures, who joined the company as an architect, and for for lot of other high level reasons, he was asked to leave the organization within 4 weeks. And I was asked to go and collect the laptop from him because it was during COVID. So you think about the situation. The person has a family and he has joined just 1 month before, and he has been asked to leave, and we are put in a situation where you need to go and collect his laptop. And I was the person who did his onboarding, and it is a very very emotional situation. His kids are crying, and he's saying that, sir, I have invested a lot of money in doing my certifications. I have taken loan, and I thought that this would suffice my problem. And he was not working for my team, but he was working for a different team. But he's crying. So you have to understand, and I also became emotional. I don't know how to react to this situation because my hands are tied. I didn't take this decision and all those things. But looking into all this, I told him only one thing. I have seen your channel, and your knowledge is well exhibited in your channel, and you are capable enough. I don't know for what reason they have taken up this decision, and I am not involved. I am not part of this game. I onboarded you. Since I onboarded you, I know you. They have asked me to collect the laptop on behalf of the organization, so I collected that. The next thing I did was that I took his number and I said that I'll give you reference for a lot of other companies. Go try to pitch there and then get an opportunity. He joined Verizon after that through my reference, who was known to me on a common platform. So these type of help would actually really support them. As Raj rightly said, if somebody has to leave because of various reasons, and they are telling you out of trust, you should not feel bad. At least you should be happy that one team member is getting and he's moving forward.
Very well said, Vikram and Rajiv. Balganesh, Pavani, you want to mention anything? You are also in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know whether Malgare and myself are in the same company or not, but I have to find out from him. But yeah, that was the same situation. But just to answer that question straight away, what can an SM do in such a situation, right? So we have to continue to motivate the team. And somebody said transparency is the key. To the extent that we know, we definitely have to pass this information to the team, and we have to be an authentic leader there. And then we have to stay relevant, and also ask the team to stay relevant, and keep motivating them, because after all this is not in our hands. Definitely, as an SM, we definitely will not have any say in any of these matters, for sure. So that's why it's just that we have to stay relevant and continue to motivate the team, and continue to be transparent as possible with the team. And yeah, I think that is what we can do. That's my take. I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, great insights from Rajiv and Vikram. Thanks, guys. I think
I have a question, a follow-up question.
Sure, Sripti.
Yeah, so I'm keep hearing everybody's opinion. So now, in such case, when you are announcing it to your team, maybe in the office or outside the office, but within the team also there will be a panic starts and people looking after. But what happens if them escalating it to the higher levels above you to making sure that this information is legitimate and there could be a possibility of a job loss or anything happens to them? So what happens to you in such case? How to deal that situation?
Sripati, see, I wanted to clarify this. See, as a leader, you need to know to what extent you can pass on the information to your team. See, there will be a lot of speculations. There will be, these type of decisions are not taken at one level or two level above you. It is taken at a much higher level, and it happens in the wink of the eye. Things start happening. So sometimes even you will not be aware. But what you would understand is that you are trying to tell the situation in terms of the work thing which is happening around. You will understand, and you would say that the days are not those green days are gone, and there will be a lot of changes, like how the other person said that you need to they are asking for ROI return and all those things. So those things, those signals start coming up well in advance. Then these type of mass firing and other things starts before these things starts happening. And there are also other reasons where which we don't know. People, the team get dismantled because the strategic uh, objective of the organization changes, and they think that this doesn't align with our goals, and then they start they think that we have to restructure, and we start moving forward. In those times, there will be few teams which will get a few people from the other team starts getting downsized, and we should not create panic to an extent. As a leader, passing on information like the other team has gone, if you go and tell to your team, the first thing happens is that even if your team is safe and you are on a high priority initiative, the team would start the first thing the team would do is that they'll start refreshing their resume, adding things, and they'll start applying. So you are you are taking a counter effort rather than taking a counter effort. You are adding oil to the fire, so which would burn you along with your team. So it is better that you need to take based on your judgment, and be very clear, and you not pass on speculations which is there. People, your team members and peers who give some information in the cafeteria, those things need not be passed. Whatever is there in legitimate and what people know, everyone, because team would be much more curious, and they would ask you straight in front of your face that I heard this is happening, that is happening. you need to learn how to handle that in a more formal manner than getting too emotional. But when something goes wrong, and you need not become tell that it is an organizational decision and become more formal. Try to be empathetic, try to be supportive, so that your team is watching you. And more than everything, you have to go and sleep in silence. Your inner voice should not kill you. So to that extent, you should be loyal, and you should take steps rather than not passing on the gossips and the cafeteria talks and things which are being speculated, is what I feel.
Correct.
Hey guys, I think we should move on to next topic. I think we're spending more time.
Yeah.
Satish is not
If
there.
I may
Who is
be
running
allowed.
this? Shiva, I think you can take over, Shiva.
No,
I don't
anyone
know.
can take on, not an issue.
Can I take
No,
10,
who is
15
sharing the
seconds
screen?
to add?
Satish sharing. We'll go to the next point then.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Rekha.
So there's just a couple of more things, if I may add here. Actually, we are in very opportune times, even in the face of adversity. So the couple of things we can do. Uh, most of us having spent 15, 20 plus years, there has been this situation, we like it or not, at some or the other. Or so now, in the recent times, a couple of more things we can do. Like some of us are part of these esteemed channels. We can help these guys forward the requirements as and when we see that might not suit us, but it might help somebody else. And then also recommend them if you honestly believe in the skill set of that person. LinkedIn is there, call them, ask for, and also based on your personal observation of those individuals. Some people just do it by the book that, yeah, I learned engineering, I'm into it for so many years. But maybe you have observed some more traits that they're good at. They could be very good at business. They could be very good at hobbies. Earlier, you never had those options to explore. They were very, very limited. So you can also guide, like you said, right? If you want to sleep in solace, so you can do all that you can, and that's how you don't have to go by the book 9 to 12 or 2 to 5 your SMN, and that's about it. No, we're talking about getting our whole self out there and talking about people getting their whole selves out there. So you can also be vulnerable. You can also tell them that, yeah, you may also be under the knife. So you tell them, if you get something, help me out. Likewise, if you are, fortunate enough and you got into your network, couple of things, you keep helping people. And also help them discover themselves that this is your forte. So that by the time you get a job or, it takes some time, you can always do additional things for your living.
Thanks for adding that, Rekha.
Just thought
Yeah,
I
Shiva,
just
you have a
want
point?
to add.
Sure. Thanks for that. Shiva, you have a point to add?
No, I don't have any points. As for the lean coffee pattern, we should always have a time check for each topic to discuss, right?
Yes.
Let's go to the next one.
No, we are checking on the number of questions, and accordingly as well, we are going ahead. Right. So yes.
Thank you.
Sure. So the next one, when meeting a group of Scrum Masters or Agilists outside of work, how do you rate yourself?
Is there any rating
Pick it up.
agency for that one? And what is the need for rating actually?
Maybe whoever asked that question, can you add a little bit of context behind it? Because I never thought or felt about like we need to rate ourselves. Right now we are in a group of discussion. I never felt like at least I need to rate myself. Can you get some more context? Who asked that question? Okay. So is it folks dropped off or don't want to bring it up?
Maybe Satish, if you want to say something on this one, because this is not a somebody
Maybe
is
just
taking it
comparing.
from the point of view. That point of view is not very clear. Means what is the point of
Exactly.
why?
By reading this, look like they are comparing themselves with other Scrum
Yeah.
Masters when they meet.
Mhm.
The
I think
relative, the relative estimation they're doing.
The latest estimation. I like it.
I think they're trying to self-assess themselves across the standards.
Self-assessment to some extent is valid, or I can understand that, Balaganesh, but on what context or on what basis?
Yeah, I agree that is missing here.
Yes, right. See,
The same question, if I put it in some other way, like how to assess the Scrum Master's efficiency in an organizations. For example, if multiple arts are working in solution trains, like as a leader, they want to know like how effective the Scrum Masters are working. So there is a paid tool called Agility Health Radar. I'm certified in that, so I'm aware of this. So there is a we can shoot this set of questions to all these Agility Health Radar questions to all the Scrum Masters, and they can answer those questions, and those are completely anonymous. And end of that survey, it will generate some chart saying like who is up, who is down, and all. So that is there at the team level, that is there at the Scrum Master level, RT's level also it is there. So in that way they can assess. That is at the only at the organization level, not at the individual who can compare myself with other Agilists.
To add
Is
to
it
you,
a
Agile
Shiva,
paid
Health
tool?
Radar.
Is it a
Right,
paid
Shiva?
tool?
This is what you said.
That is Agility Health Radar, AHR.
see, on a not on a professional front, what he has asked. So what I would think is that if I see Shiva is having some skills which I think that I can also improve, probably I can look into him and then start working on that skill set, and then improve myself in that area where I think I need improvements in that area. If I think so, then I can start working on that. Uh, but in that context of what he has said, rate yourself, I don't know. Even I am
okay, so let's go ahead. Again, one interesting question. Got a call from team lead complaining the behavior of another colleague who is not supporting for already agreed team goal, rather accusing that he is feeling work pressure because of him. How to deal as a Scrum Master?
do we still have team leads?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So being a Scrum Master here, you don't have to deal here anything, because whatever the team lead is talking to the Scrum Master about a team member, it is always unofficial. It is right.
Yeah, I think Shiva, we need some escalation agreement for escalation also.
No,
Is that
Scrum
part
Master
of
need not to escalate here just because the team lead is talking in offline,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, not Scrum Master. Yeah, I mean, if any issues come up, there should be
If
some
that
escalation.
if that comes as a proper channel as an email.
Yeah, it's unofficial. Yeah, I think this won't come as a mail. In unofficial case,
Yeah, we shouldn't act on this.
So this is something which is basically team lead is complaining that he is not getting the support from another colleague, but who is outside of this team, right?
No, it is inside team only. Inside team, colleague.
Inside team.
Yeah. Inside
the team only. Okay. So inside the team only, all matters has to be discussed in the team only actually.
I think here it's not team. He has a only concern with particular team member where they agreed on a team goal, but since they are working with team together, he is not getting enough support on the team goal. Maybe he is avoiding, or maybe he is not agreeing to what was discussed during planning. Not sure. Maybe that case.
So I would like to understand why Scrum Master came in all of a sudden into this context, because it is between the team lead and the team member, and they're the one who agreed to the team goal.
No, at the end of the day, he need to so take that feedback and try to create an environment where these can't be surfaced in future, right?
But how do we identify that this is from a member in the team itself?
Yeah, I think it is clearly mentioned that so they had a
This
team goal.
context is within the team.
Yeah, within the team. Yes. So within the team, they agreed on the
I think Shiva has answered this question. I think we can move on to the other question, because whining with this question without having clarity doesn't make sense.
Yes. Okay, yes, let's go ahead. Another interesting question. Will freelancing in agile roles provide job opportunities? How beneficial is it for career growth? Freelancing in agile and job opportunities. This is interesting because two different things coming together. So do we have freelancing in agile roles? I want to know first of all.
I haven't seen that. In between just gone through those areas, but most of the time I think it's all tech oriented roles free for freelancing.
See, there are a lot of training or assignments which are coming up. Doesn't mean that those are all agile roles, because there are a lot of agile trainings which are coming up. It can be on and off, and will that training help you in your career growth? Maybe, may not. So I'm not. That is my take on this.
Yeah, one aspect is that
job, it could be helpful to earn something in between the jobs. Basically, that's the only thing, because in long-term perspective, freelancing may not be that beneficial for a role, but it depends on the personal taste also. Some people, they don't want to get engaged or get hooked to one organization. They want to serve multiple organizations at the same time. So and they want a freeness also, that whenever they want to work, they can work, and whenever they want a break, they can take a break. So freelancing is all good in those terms. So maybe that is the only.
Rajiv, I have seen a designer freelancing role. I have seen a website developer freelancing role, but I have never seen a project manager's freelancing role in last 18 years of my experience. And I have never seen a Scrum Master role in a freelancing role.
Right. Possible.
No, but I think the trend
I was
is
just referring
changing.
to, I have seen Upwork, there is a Upwork.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I have seen a lot of such requirements there,
Post
Vikram, but I'm not sure. I have not used that. I have not gone through that channel anywhere, but I have seen it there. That's what I have.
There are freelancing jobs are there for Scrum Masters or Agilists. But only thing is two things here. One is that your organization must support on this, otherwise it will become illegal. Second thing is that if you're an SPC or SPCT, instead of a freelancer, you can do the simultaneous job as well. Ultimately, you can earn money.
Yeah, that's right. So people who wants to work on multiple multiple jobs at the same time, who want to work on their own terms, for them freelancing is a good thing.
Yep. SPCT is there for Agilist.
Rekha, you're saying something?
Rekha said that she has also seen freelancing roles and agile roles.
Yeah. There are some freelancing roles actually, but they will use as an independent contractor. They will take, and they will use for a startup companies especially. They will use startup companies for implementation majorly. They will use, which I worked actually for 1.5 years, and also now also I'm working as that same only. What they will do, they will go to the projects and they will implement. But there won't be a complete agile coach transformation. They won't do actually. They will implementation some principles, and then some of the practices they will do. That's all. That's what they will
So-
say actually. It is not a complete role, but they will use as an independent contractor. It is not a freelancing, they will use as an independent contractor, and like that they will hire and they will do actually.
So it might be a consultant role as such. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's a type of it's a type of consultant role where
Exactly.
it is a majorly startup companies will take actually. It won't be a big they won't be big short companies won't use actually. Startup companies will take actually.
I tried through TopTall website where they do the interview. There's an examination online. It's all freelance. They say they take only 3%. I tried, but I failed. I failed miserably.
Yeah, same thing. Like that only they will hire actually. They will use as an independent contractor. They won't use as a freelancing. They will use as an independent contractor. It is a freelancing role, and they won't pay as month-wise. They will pay as a session-wise actually. If you do, for example, if you do one session of retrospection for 2 hours, they will pay for you. And if you do for daily Scrum meetings, 15 minutes or 20 minutes if you do, and it will be for if you do for 1 week. If you attend it for 1 week, if research is there, then you have to attend. Then they will pay. Like that it is. It won't be as a full time or nothing will be there. Like that.
But I felt like TopTall is good one. If somebody gets, it's really good one because they say they hire only 3%. Means 100 people attempt, only three will get the chance.
But
it is like 100 questions in 20 minutes you have to complete.
That is very difficult actually. But what they will do actually, they will hire and majorly it will for the client centricity they will use actually. Actually in the market what they will do, they will use as we are using Agile, but they won't be as a independent contractor. As per my experience, we won't have a control on the complete control. We don't have it. We won't have actually. That is the issue which I am facing now. That I can say.
We have to do whatever they say or whatever.
What they will say. What they do. That's all we can do. Otherwise, we won't be in that section.
Exactly.
But end of the day, if you are getting
that it is not beneficial. It's just
it won't be beneficial. What will happen? One thing, what will happen with my experience, if you do independent contractor and then as a freelancing, if you work as agile coach, what will happen? Hiring for rest of the company is very difficult because I attended around 3 to 4 interviews from last 3 months actually. I want to leave this as a freelancing and I went to join a permanent role, which I am not getting actually. They are saying that you are having a good knowledge, good thing is there, everything is there, but you don't have a real-time experience. You don't have. You are doing like this. So we will see. Like that, they will say and they will reject actually. They won't
you will get that experience letter or all those things, right? From this.
That I will get. But what the interviewer will say, you don't have a live experience. Like that, he will say. That is on.
Give you any testimonial if they're happy with your work.
But what happened? I recently attended actually. I know. I need to. I should mention.
No need to mention the company name.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It is a big 4 companies on which I attended actually. One of the top lowest companies which I attended, around 3 interviews I attended. Same thing has happened actually for that. Still I'm looking, so it's okay. Now this is okay. We will
this is
see.
not your mistake. If you are good at your work, it is the HR who's got to work on it. As long as you fit the bill, you're able to clear the interviews. How does it matter? I mean, you're individual, you're adult, you take the life as you want. You're ready to employ your services, right?
That's what. Yeah. That is my decision. But just I told what is the market going on. That's information I shared. That's all.
No, exactly. No, this is very bang on. See, given the circumstances today, right? Given the layoffs that are happening, given the changes, the dynamic changes out there, you can't live and keep sitting waiting for that full-fledged job all the while. You've got your expenses to meet.
Yeah, that is true.
Whatever comes your way, you want to keep yours to continue and learning, right? So as long as you fit the bill, it should be good enough for them also.
Yeah.
And if they don't know that,
Yes,
then
that is true.
probably we should only educate them when we go for the interview, that as long as you
Yeah.
get what you want, you
Yes,
know,
yes, that is true. What is happen as an independent? What will happen if you work hard also, if they are not reaching some satisfaction level, won't be there.
I don't
I'm
know
doing
about
lot
them,
of things
but
and
you
all
know,
these things.
but I'll tell you, if
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
getting people like you, they should be fortunate enough. Reason being, now you have so much more varied experience. You're working with different
Yes,
people, so you have so much more to add.
Yes,
So they
yes,
should actually value this variety
yes.
and diversity. But up to them.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It's okay.
So
no problem. Just I told the market trend which is going on. That's all. Okay. Thank you.
Definitely, Hanumanta. All the very best. Let's hope like you get a
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Pravalika was asking like which websites can we refer for freelancing roles? So can someone mention the websites once again?
Upwork is the one which I have seen, and
Okay.
There's one more, Fever. The couple of them, even on LinkedIn, you keep getting the post. I can also find one and share on this channel, not an issue.
Sure.
Another one is the
Rita.
Indesco is one of the companies there which they will hire as a contractor, and they will work as a freelancing only. They will concentrate on freelancers only. Indesco
Can you
log
type in the chat?
Yeah, sure. I will type. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for that. Okay. Yes. Let's move on. 3 more questions we have in our queue. Yes.
So actually, I have one doubt, and the doubt is that someone is working as independent contractor for any of the company, and if he is attending just some Scrum events, so by facilitating those Scrum events, how fruitful it will be for the organization who is hiring us? Will that just satisfy being agile, or will there be a good transition the company can see, the value the company can see? Because just by facilitating the events is not something which is required from a Scrum Master to keep the team agile. There are lot many other activity apart from the events.
Exactly, Asim. That's the reason what Hanumanta as well mentioned, right? So we have, as an independent consultant hired by that specific organization, we have to follow whatever they are asking us to do. We might want to bring in a change, or we might want to mentor, coach, guide, assist, help the team. But yes, as per the agreement or as per the contract, we may have to follow the guidelines, and we may have to do whatever we had been asked to do. There's a key main difference between working as a full-time associate versus an independent consultant as well.
In a full time, what will happen, Satish? In full time, what will happen normally? You will have a control on somewhere.
Exactly.
Agile will say that you should not be a control, but somewhere in the top level or something, as at the GM level or a director level or a project manager level, you should have some control. Otherwise, it won't be aligned. So that control won't be there as an independent consultant. Somewhere you should have a control. That's what I said.
Yes. You got your point clarified, Asim?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So see, the organization might have their own reason or the logic why they are going for an independent consultant instead of a full-time associate. They might have their own reason or logic, which we don't know, or we might not be aware. So yes, as long as we are in that specific role, we need to go ahead and we need to get the work done. That's it. Okay. Yes. Let's move on. What AI tools and functions currently in use by SMs and are expected in future? Anyone making use of these AI tools?
I guess Satish, you explained one in one of the previous call using AI. How
Yes.
to write
Exactly. Zira, within Atlassian, we have now Zira, and even Confluence, they started bringing in this AI functionality. So we can make use to generate JQLs. Of course, not much effective as far as I found, but still it can help us to get started with. and to write the acceptance criteria for the user stories, and to summarize the Confluence pages. There are many ways which, at least within the current Atlassian suite itself, we can make use of this AI functionality, because Atlassian, they themselves brought in this AI functionality within the tools. It's not like using a separate ChatGPT or Copilot or Bing. Within the Atlassian itself, they started doing this. And Atlassian started bringing up Atlassian Analytics. It is available for enterprise or premium subscriptions, which will help us to bring the analytics at team level, product level, or the organization level, or even at the, we can define the hierarchies, and we can start generating the insights and the analytics using that Atlassian AI functionalities. So these are within the Atlassian suite. Like that, we can have many other things as well. I would like to share any other tools they are making use of it.
Maybe I
We
can
have-
add here. Is it Raghunath?
Yes, Raghunath.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe the first thing is that recently, I mean, our organization has developed a AI tool for project managers. So it will give, it will give you the bit of a customization results instantly. Like, so you can integrate with the Jira or Confluence. So it can give you the reports quickly. So if you select that, okay, I want the report for last 6 months velocity of the particular team, or I want the release report for the last 5 quarters or something. So it will give generate a report quickly with the tool. So this is one of the tool the company has developed for the project managers. And yeah, still it is in the very beta, but there are a few project managers started using that to give you, and we are giving the feedback back to the system. So it will build the language models again and come back with the more refined tool. So this is the one version of I have came up with the how we can AI can be part of our day-to-day life. That's the one version. Okay. And the second one, maybe
go ahead.
The second one is that one of the client recently for our organization, right? They also started integrating the AI technology within the development work. Okay, so the developers start using the AI tool like Copilot and Microsoft tools. So within the development process, right? So because a lot of organizations will not allow. There may be a lot of regulatory issues or the security issues. So now, recently one of the client got onboarded with the Copilot integration with the regular development tools. So it's a very early in initial stage, and they can start the team start using this Copilot tool on the day-to-day delivery development work. So it can definitely the expected outcome is that it can it can reduce the delivery time, and also with the efficient usage of the resources, as well as the building the AI skill in the long run. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks.
Yes, I want to share.
Thanks, Raghunath. Yes. And we recently started again organization specific. We got that association with the Copilot, which is authenticated version within our organization. So we started using it for the meeting summaries and generating the action items. So right now we are having a meeting, the discussion, right? So whatever the summary gets generated, we will give it as an input to the AI tool, and we will give a prompt to generate the action items along with the any ETAs or any dates or any sprints or the release, whatever it is discussed in the meeting, and the summary of the discussion as well. Like right now we are having a 2 hour of discussion, right? So using that prompt, we will get that summary or the key pointers discussed in that conversation. So this is how we are. So all these tools can be helpful either for Scrum Master or Project Manager or any role as such, right? And more than the tool, what my perspective, individual perspective, is like the prompt is what drives the thing. So we, rather than focusing on the tool, we need to focus on what prompt we give as an input to the tool, which will help us generate the required outcome. So that is what the thing which we all need to focus on. Otter AI, yes, Vikram, yes.
Agree that actually prompt is the one which drives everything in the AI.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, very true. Miss. There is another term in the market which is getting hype, that is prompt engineering. So
Prompt engineering, yes.
Start together where people will be working on those prompts to actually teach the AI tool along with getting the output from those AI tools.
Yes. Okay. Any other points you want to add, or shall we go ahead? Okay. Yes. So looks like these three are interrelated questions. We can go out one by one. So choosing a career switch into project management role, having PMP trained and under preparation for certification, will that be sufficient enough in getting to the role? I know Rajiv got dropped off, but anyone else want to share?
To be in a project management role, one must have at least 10 to 15 year IT experience. It is more subjective. If I have 8 year experience and if I'm trying to switch my job into getting certified as a PMP and want to switch into project management, because you'll be dealing with the more senior guys in a team or in an organizations. So one should have that maturity, one should have that exposure in the different domain technologies. So that's why I was referring that at least we should have 10 to 15 experience. If not, at least we should have worked in different companies, different organizations, how to manage people, how to manage tools, technologies. That one must have that.
Thanks, Shiva. Anyone else? So from my side, like having the certification is like having a driver's license. So having a driver's license will make me a good driver. Might not be. I can drive, but will I be a good driver? I don't know until I start driving, based on the traffic, based upon the different internal and external logistics. So just having a certification might not be sufficient or will not be sufficient, as Shiva also mentioned. Right? We need to start understanding or start figuring out what is it required to be successful in that role, and just doing not only PMP, any certification as such, like the CSM. Many times we get that question, I'm planning to do a CSM over the weekend. Will I get a job? No, not at all. It might help to get a shortlisted for the interview. That's it. Right. So after that, it is all in our hands, how we justify, how we explain, and how we make sure the experience or expertise we are having will be suitable for that role. So that is all in our hands. We need to, even having a PMP certified as well doesn't mean that we will get a project manager job just like that.
You said it as a driving license. I used to tell it as ration card. If you have a ration card, you are entitled to buy goods, but you need money to buy.
No, ration card is gone in India, Vikram, at least.
Those days it was there when I was there. So
Yes.
No, I think for anyone, our focus should be on the traits and qualities we have. I mean, we might end up cracking a job interview in a despo mode, but that's just one part of it, right? Tip of the surface. We'll have to deal with people day in, day out. That's where the real challenge will come. And even before the excitement dies, it will start surfacing, and you yourself will start suffering, and it'll be frustrating. Rather, even if it takes time, let it be, but focus on your traits. That will take you long anywhere. So that introspection is, all of us are gifted, but not all of us are gifted in everything. We are gifted in some ways. So if we can capitalize on that, nothing like it.
To add to this, Rekha, I would say that the current scenario what Agile is facing is because of this incubated Agilist, which the certifications have made money. I read a joke. It was a meme which came in. It said that Agile is $1 billion industry where they run conferences and sell certifications.
Actually, I think even the hiring people are also scared. They have no ways and means to ascertain whom to take, what to do, and how is it going to really fare in the long run. See, I think it's both ways nowadays.
I beg to differ, because when the person with just certification and the person with certification or experience would completely, they will showcase their abilities and their skill set during the interview.
And the maturity.
If your team is not able to identify that, then probably you need to rework on your interviewing process.
I tell you, I don't know if it is thanks to YouTube or thanks to all the interview question practices for some reason. I have personally seen this. Automation guy, he used to sit right besides me, and he was supposed to write the code for the automation and all. He would do all sorts of things, but coding, not a single line. His hands and legs will swell the moment he yes. Like 3 weeks passed and 4 weeks passed, and then another. It was like, Rekha, what's the issue? Do you see him doing something? I said he does everything but coding on the system. So he cracked it for sure. He was into the system, but yeah, it took us 2 sprints, like about a month to kick him out. So that happened, and people were like, how did he even get into the system? So the person who hired, he said he answered all the questions that I had asked. That's how it started.
It is not validated. I have heard that there are a few people who are taking money for, supporting interviews, taking interview calls on behalf of you, is what I heard.
Oh my God. Okay.
Thanks to that, Vikram, that's the reason now again in India, in-person interviews are becoming popular. Even not even virtual, because there are multiple instances where the candidates who are giving the interviews are caught either getting prompt from someone beside or even using Chat GPT or other tool to answer the questions.
That is the side effect of an AI now.
Shiva, what is that? I missed the point, Shiva. Can
It
you
is a
come
side
again?
effect. It is a side effect of an AI. Every
side effect of an AI.
Yeah, agree.
Side effect, like it's a benefit.
I hear that if you are taking a video call or something like that, they can impose you and somebody can answer the interview. Something is there in AI. I don't know, but I hear that. Did any instance happen in India?
Yes, multiple. We heard multiple
Yes,
instances.
it is happening in majorly from India, which they go for US now. They will contact the Agile coaches and they will pay for him and they will do interviews actually.
Sangamitra, don't mistake me. My wife is also from Hyderabad, but I hear that there are a lot of services which is being offered in Hyderabad.
Is your wife sitting beside you?
Majorly from Tamil Nadu and Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh persons will do like that. Major.
Vikram, make sure that your wife is not sitting in your room.
No, the door is locked. I'm safe.
Okay.
Sorry to say, but
still
it is happening actually.
So you
it is happening.
What I mentioned is actually a reality, regardless of how much we dislike it.
I know. No, I was there in a conference last week, and during one of the sessions, the similar point was brought by one of the speakers. There is one popular city in India where you can get anything done. Can we name that city? Everyone, audience started naming without a second doubt or second question.
Which was the city?
Hyderabad. I know. And I'm Hyderabad. I'm from Hyderabad.
And you know that this actually makes the struggle of the genuine folks from Hyderabad difficult.
Yes. Okay, yeah, let's come back to the conversation. We have a couple of questions to discuss. So what is the scope of a candidate having choose for career switch into client service to project management role? I guess we discussed this already. So we need to understand what is it required to be successful in that role, not only project management role, any role, right? So we need to understand the dynamics of that role, the responsibilities of that role. And my sincere recommendation is to start working closely with someone who is already playing in that role within your organization. That can help to get more insights, more inputs, more information of what's the challenges they are going through, or what's the struggles they have to face, or who is their key stakeholders, what is that the key responsibilities they are playing, everything. So that helps to get started with that. In case there is no such opportunity or option, better recommendation is to look for one of the mentor. Rajiv proposed that he can be a mentor if in case someone is looking to move into project management role or any questions or doubts. Like that, we have many other folks within our groups. We can start discussing or interacting with them as well. Okay, let's move on to next question. The possibility of non-technical candidate getting into project management role. Let's discuss on this, and we have one more question on the chat from Pravalika. We can go through that. Any challenges or any issues for a non-technical individual to move into a project management role? Any of you want to share your thoughts?
There will be to be candid, there will be. Reason being, is that a ask? No, not really of that of a project manager. But then there are those subtle things, right? You want to command the respect and to ensure that, and people will just gauge like that as to you understand things or you don't. Now, does that, it's not to scare you and you don't have to literally go sit and code yourself. Not really. But then important is we have to make effort to understand. As simple as if someone says, okay, I'm moving from on-prem to cloud. What is it? What is legacy? What are they talking when they say this is configurable, this is dynamic, this is the architecture? So we have to spend so much more time. Again, all this is with a view that we thrive and stay longer and do well in that role and garner that respect and that position. So that will help for us if we want to get into it will not be asked, you'll not be asked to really sit and code, but there'll be many conversations wherein you'll have to step in and ask and answer questions. There'll be the production blowout. You would be asked to come chip in as to what's happened. So those are the scenarios wherein, you'll, if you understand things well, you'll be well poised to answer, you're well poised to understand. So is that a requirement on paper? Not really. But is that something you should develop on to do well? Yes.
Well said, Rekha.
Thanks for that.
Right.
And just to add on, my personal observation or my personal interactions with different folks, gone are the days where a pure people manager roles are there. Even in the service-based companies, we used to have the project management role where we just used to be a point of contact for the client, where the team members used to do the deliverables. The project manager used to be just a point of contact in case of any escalations or onboarding, offboarding the team members, taking care of their appraisals and all those things. That used to be the case pre-COVID, but now gone are the days. So even the project manager, senior project manager, or to some extent even the directors as well, started getting into the billable roles. When you say billable role, obviously we need to be technical, or obviously we need to know what's happening within the team. So there are multiple instances or multiple situations where the project manager and above had been asked to pick up one of the billable role within the project, so that as an organization they can get the billing, plus as an organization they can show the utilization of the team members as well. So this is the ground reality, even in the service-based companies. Product-based companies, even the CEO will sit and code. So we need to at least understand what's the, as Rekha aptly mentioned, we need to understand the terminologies or the challenges or the situations what the team is going through, and we should be the supporting hand to the team. If we ourselves don't know what's happening for the team, how can we help them? It will be like watching a Spanish movie without the subtitles. If you don't know what's happening with the team.
Yes, I 100% agree with you and Rekha. So I was asked to take up a data project, the data machine learning project, because the other guy who left, and they said that it will be a great opportunity. Sometimes blessing comes in disguise for you. Data is a great field and all those things. I went and as soon as you have a product team, you have an architect, there will be a lot of supporting hands. So I decided to take up. But when things go wrong and there are escalations and you need to go and represent and update the leadership team on what is happening around, sometimes you feel handicapped because you are not well equipped to talk and explain to them what is happening and what the team is working on and when they would complete it and what is the expected outcome and all those things. Those things you need to update them. So in that case, probably if you have better knowledge and understanding, it would always help you rather than just taking someone and like acting as a courier boy from taking it from the team and delivering to the leadership. That I think Jire can do it better.
Exactly. So one of the instances like pre-COVID, like when we used to all work from office, right? So we are and just entering into a lift in the office. So our director, the client director, is there in the same lift. Immediately, the moment he saw us, he started asking, Satish, when will this release issues get resolved and when it will be completed? So I can't say, hey, it's not a scheduled meeting or let me get back to my team and get the details. No, I have to answer him upfront then and there. I don't even have a laptop or I don't even have my team to get that inputs and pass it on to them. So we never know what happens when. So we need to have that insights, information inputs handy. And it's not just for the project management. Same applies for the Scrum Master or Agile coach roles as well. Many times we get these questions in the groups. Can a non-technical candidate move into a Scrum Master role? Yes, 100% we can move, but we need to make justice to that role. Only then we can survive and we can go ahead in the long run.
You can't say this is not part of my job. Team is
Exactly.
self-organizing. It's not
Then we
written
will let go
anywhere,
of
but you have
immediately.
to be hands-on. Then he would say, okay, tata, bye-bye.
Rekha, the other thing is that you can also you can't even take your team member to the meeting with the leaders and tell
Exactly.
them that this simple question my boy will answer.
I have trained him. So
Okay.
these are all the rules, unwritten rules that will help someone survive.
But
Exactly.
one more thing I need to add here, like there is a perception from non-agile guys that agile is all about meetings. And for the teams I have coached, I have seen SMs who don't even prepare for their meetings, and they don't have an agenda, they don't prepare, and they don't have the agreed working agreement. They don't have the working agreement. So what happens is that meeting goes without any restriction, and it goes on and on and on. So that is creating a lot of counterproductive scenario. So what I would say is that when you're going for a meeting, keep your team informed and ensure that you align with the objective, and there will be a lot of things, there will be a lot of interesting things and a lot of things which would need your attention. No need to hold the whole team, and you can stay focused with the agenda and then start working on it. probably this is off the track, but I am just giving you based on whatever I've heard from people. There is a cybersecurity team. Those team asked me that you guys will always be in meeting, right? You are all Agilists, right? You will be always in meeting. The meetings which we conduct has real value. That's all different. But you know, there is the perception outside is that because there is a little fine tuning which is required. And when you have one-on-one meetings with the team members, stay focused and be prepared before the meeting. Like what Satish said, right? You need to be hands-on. You need to have all the data in your hands-on, because you cannot expect that you will get time. You can go back and you can revisit and then answer. Things don't happen in real life. When you have been taught in a classroom where you become incubated coaches or scrum masters, where they will tell you that you can do this, that you have reference and all those things. But in reality, you know, in while you walk on the corridor, people will ask you questions. Leaders will ask you questions when they just see you. You should be prepared and you should be always ready to answer. So do your homeworks. That would help you, because getting a job is difficult. Staying in job is much more difficult. Growing in job is far more difficult. So I would tell you that these things would help you for your growth, is what I feel.
Thanks, Vikram. We have one last question from Pravalika in the chat. So currently I'm an RT Scrum Master, but eventually would like to transition to Gen AI. Any insights on how to kickstart this journey and what roles are open for us? So Pravalika, you want to just elaborate on what is that when you want to transition to Gen AI? What does it mean?
Right. See, currently, we are all in this agile space. I mean, I'm working as an RT and acted as a Scrum Master also before. But now Gen AI is booming everywhere. And to be honest, I don't see any roadmap for at least most of the agile roles we are in, right? Be it be RTE or agile coach or Scrum Master. I don't see any clear roadmap after 2 years. What's our future? So I would want to prep myself for after 2 years, what's my career has to be. So Gen AI is something which is booming in the market and it's of my interest also. So I'm seeking for some kind of inputs on how to kickstart because it takes some time for us, right? So I want to hear if you have any tips to share. Okay, go through these videos first. And what are the different roles in Gen AI? All we are hearing is Gen AI, right? So what are the different roles that are there in? So coming from an agile background, I was a developer before and currently into this program management and all of this. So what roles can I pitch in future?
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I guess I can answer up to some extent.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
go ahead, please.
Yeah, so it is still in baby steps in big MNCs like Accenture also, Gen AI. So we are in the process of developing the methodology. I mean, so like we have SDLs in Agile methodology and all, right? Same way for Gen AI also in our innovation labs, we are in the process of preparing the implementation kind of phase, kind of SDLC kind of phases, and then building the team, and then getting the work and training the people on that. So it is all in the initial stage. Like yeah, as Pravalika said, it may take at least 1 year to become popular and define the roles also. So if somebody have development experience, they can easily switch to this Gen AI. But without development experience, it is hard to work on that.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yeah, even program managers also very good architects and senior development experience. They are getting this Gen AI program manager role in Accenture. So they are working it with multiple clients. So I mean, it is in the initial stage, like defining the implementation stages, like SDLC, and building the competency, I mean, capability, and getting the clients. So that are all happening in the background. So to get the hiring for different roles in Gen AI, yeah, as you said, it will take at least another year, but it is gearing up.
Thanks, Arun, for adding that. And Vikram mentioned LLM is what companies are working on for their internal roles. Data ML may be good start. And Andrew NG is a guy to follow on LinkedIn. Yes, thanks Vikram for that. And coming to AI, just now we discussed, right? So for each role, there are based upon on what we prompt, we can still make use of it, Pravalika. So as a program manager or as an RT, you can still go ahead and make use of these AI tools to get it done, or maybe to help your team start making use of these AI tools or the Gen AI within. Let's suppose like your organization might want to start with making use of this Gen AI as a functionality or as a implementation approach. Then you can still drive that implementation as a program manager, as an RT, and you can still go ahead. But again, as we discussed, like maybe getting ready with that terminologies and what it is, what is LLM, what is it, Gen AI, what is the tools can be used, or how the teams can get started. That might be a good starting point to get started with.
Okay. Yeah. So that basic understanding I have, like currently in our company also we're using GitHub Copilot. We started using it. So
Yes,
I'm trying to
yes.
understand more on what are the pros of it and cons of it. But then if you have to switch our full career itself, I mean, that's where I'm looking for, like, go through these
I have
videos
few
in
links.
LinkedIn.
Probably I would share you. Probably you can ping me in the group.
Sure.
I'm in the group, so you can ping me. I would try to collect that, and I will share all those links which are there in YouTube. YouTube has a lot of videos, and there are a few people whom you can follow in LinkedIn. Andrew NG is a guy who is there from data days, so he is pioneer there, and there are few sites which is also helping us in terms of learning. There are a lot of materials which are available.
Thanks, Vikram.
Thanks.
Yes, please do that as well, Vikram. I'd be interested in following along too. Thank you.
Sure.
I mean, because I'm thinking about, I think a statement that she made that we're missing, we miss the nuance there, is exactly that. With all of these things happening, where do we see these roles, right? Where do we see ourselves in this space in the next year or two, like I was saying? You think it's on other aspects you hear, oh, it's in the initial phases, but it's developing very, very quickly, right? I mean, I'll give you guys a quick insight. Our boss, exactly said to us, not even like, just recently, but probably 6 months ago, he's like, yeah, in another year or so, we're not going to need all of you guys. And I looked at him, I'm like, really? But it's the truth. Like, you got to be aware of those things and, think about it from that perspective, right? So I thought that was an interesting comment, maybe one that, I suppose people need to be paying a little bit more attention to. So thanks.
Thanks for that. Okay, let's move on. We are about on top of the hour. Let's quickly wrap up. So we started this buddy mentoring program in the Q1 and 30 folks registered. We were lagging a little bit there, but we are about to wrap it up, and we are looking forward for that. And only few folks are there right now, but yes, our sincere thanks to entire SSL Gurus community. Last week, we as a community got this the Business Agility Wizard Award as part of that regional Scrum gathering. So this is all the success we as a community brought and showcase the difference compared to the other Agile groups or Agile forums. Once again, thanks to each of you being active participants and sharing the information, knowledge, and helping each other. That's what this community is all about. And the upcoming virtual events, we have few tentative timelines: the safe mentoring cohort and the Scrum Kanban hands-on simulation, safe hands-on simulation. We are working on that logistics part and the timelines part. We will share that details once we have it finalized. And this is the big announcement we want to make it today. Of course, only few folks are there, but yes, we want to make a difference with the form of in-person event as well. And at Hyderabad, at Hyderabad. I'm repeating. So it is tentatively scheduled during the month of June. And we will share the further details in the group, right? Because I'm based out of Hyderabad, like it is easy for me to coordinate and get the things done at Hyderabad. So that's the reason we are planning in Hyderabad. We will see the possibility and feasibility to extend to other locations as well. We will be sharing the form for any volunteers. Of course, we need some virtual volunteers as well. We have a lot of things to take it up for an in-person event. No need to worry that I'm not based out of Hyderabad. Can I take part? Yes, we still need a lot of volunteers. We will share the form most probably by tomorrow morning. Feel free to nominate. Yes, that's the end of the session. We already crossed 2 minutes, but any feedback or any suggestions or any comments? Last minute.
One small
pointers.
question, Satish. Sorry for this.
Mhm.
There is some safe meetup in Hyderabad, April 27th or something.
Yes, April 27th. Yes.
Okay.
That's correct, Ashwin. Yes, it is organized by Scale Agile.
Okay, but they mentioned your name, so I was wondering whether
I'm helping them. I'm helping them coordinate and get the session done at Hyderabad. So yes, that's why even my
it's
name
only
is
for
there.
SPCs or anybody can come in.
For SPCs, right now that is for SPCs, a closed discussion.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Okay. Any last minute questions or feedback or any pointers? Thanks, Rolika. Thanks, Vikram.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Happy weekend.
Thanks, everyone. Happy weekend. This is my LinkedIn profile, and we will share the recording most probably by tomorrow for all the registered folks. Yes. Thanks. Thanks once again. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.